Let's go and speak to, oh dear, it's GJ. All right, GJ?
How you doing, boys? You all right?
Yeah.
Nah, not really.
Now, GJ, you've been on this show many, many times.
Yeah.
Many, many times. And it wasn't that long ago that I think, was it you that was saying that Spurs top four, guaranteed?
No.
No? Another GJ, was it?
Yeah. Well, definitely not me, but can I just say...
Boom.
Come on, City. Come on, City.
What?
Come on, City.
What?
I am absolutely buzzing, lads. Brilliant. Brilliant. What I wanted tonight...
Why, GJ? Why? Why are you buzzing?
Because I hate Arsenal. I can't stand them. And they wanted us to win. And the great thing about tonight...
Oh, you're a disgrace, GJ. GJ, that is... Honestly... Come on, you've got a bit more...
Halfway through the season. It's halfway through the season, GJ.
GJ, forget that.
There's not 7 games to go. If there was 7 games to go, 6 games to go, I'd be agreeing with you. I called 5-2 at half time, and that'd have been it.
That would have been 5-2. Sorry, GJ. Let's go back to GJ, the Manchester City supporting Spurs fan.
Come on, GJ. That's outrageous comment.
Come on, mate. You can't be cheering on City. You surely you love your club more than you hate Arsenal. Think about what you're saying.
No, I understand to a certain extent, but I'm talking last 6 games of the season, maybe. If there's still 8 points in it, if you lose, it's not the end of the world because they're catching Arsenal. But with so many games to go, so many games, there's enough games for Man City to catch Arsenal. Enough games, even if they lost today.
Right, listen, tonight could be a pivotal moment in the title race because Arsenal fans were berating me hard at half-time saying, thank you for giving us the league, thank you, City are done, and I was angry because I'm thinking, my word, we were so cowardly on Sunday. I was there on Sunday, right? I'm thinking, Hugo Lloris, that absolute clown we got in goal, absolute fraud, I'm thinking he gifted them 2 goals at the weekend, and he gifted them another goal in the first North London derby. I'm thinking tonight in the first half he's having a worldie. I'm thinking, come on Spurs, do what you normally do, right? To my hatred, do what you normally do and bottle it. And
GJ, honestly, you're a disgrace to football, GJ.
No, I'm not.
You are. I'm sorry, mate.
Who cares what your Arsenal supporting friends are saying to you at half time? Who cares?
Right, I'll tell you why. Because listen, I'm a Spurs fan, right? And we cannot have Arsenal winning that league. And on top of that, Jason,
they haven't won the league though, GJ. They haven't won the league tonight.
They could have done.
They couldn't.
But can I just say, above that, also, the owners, right? If we won tonight, a lot of the fans would be saying, "Oh yeah, we can still believe in this project with ENIC and all this stuff." Do you know what, right? A lot of people are slagging off Conte. And you know what? For me, Conte's a world-class manager, right? But if by some miracle, let's say Conte got the sack, right? And let's say by some miracle, Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp, who I believe is the best manager in the league, wanted to manage Tottenham. Under ENIC, we are winning nothing. You could have Pep Guardiola, you could have Jurgen Klopp. Under ENIC, you are winning nothing because these guys don't care about Spurs winning trophies. They care about Spurs being financially successful. You need to get them out.
Well, that's easier said than done, GJ. I can't believe you wanted Man City to win that.
Not tonight. I understand if there's 5-6 games to the end of the season, you think I still would want Spurs to win. But the fact if Man City did win, then you'd think okay, that closes the gap a bit.
You can't be happy
the
about
19th game, Man City today. There's so many points to play for. People will have ups and downs in this season.
Yep.
We lose on Monday.
Yep.
Fulham go above us. I mean, you wouldn't have said that at the start of the season.
Where is it?
I think it's at Fulham. It's at Tottenham, I think.
It's at the Cottage. It's at the Cottage.
Yes,
as we found out, tough place to go. Trev is a Spurs fan. Loads of Spurs fans phone up. Trev, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Trev, I'm going to ask you.
Yeah. I normally call up and I spoke to Darren on Sunday after.
Right. You did.
Yeah, we were talking about how negative Conte is and he won't change his formation from having the 2 defensive midfielders to having more in midfield and playing either 4 at the back.
You've been proved right again, Trev. You've been proved right.
I've lost it with him as well. And honestly, I think what you say is exactly right. He looks disinterested, and I think that he could be aiming to get the sack. And I think we'll end up with Tuchel.
Would you take that?
Why would Tuchel go to Spurs? Seriously. And genuine question, Trev.
You may as well give them a go.
No, but
we'll have to end another ex-Chelsea manager's career.
No, but you know that. What's going to change? The reason Tuchel probably fell out, or certainly some of the reasons, is because of the way that he's with the board. Conte's another one. I don't see why not saying the reason is because of the way the board is. Why would Tuchel take on a challenge that Conte failed at? Because they are not dissimilar in the way that they are in terms of approaching a board. They want signings. They want investment. I don't see
the board is to blame. The board is to blame as well. It's not only Conte, but this football is just horrid to watch. I hate watching it, and I know you do too, Darren. You do, and it's just horrible to watch. It's not the way Spurs like to play. Yep. And yes, if we were winning, as you said, fair enough, but we're not.
That's it. You accept it if you're winning, don't you? But you can't accept it when you're not.
I've just got to tell you something while I'm phoned up, if you don't mind.
Go on, Trev.
Couple of mates of mine, they've had a bet. So one's an Arsenal supporter, one's a Spurs supporter, and they've agreed. I'm playing this golf society called Wagos, and what these guys have agreed to do is if Arsenal end up on top of Spurs or Spurs end up on top of Arsenal, each of them are going to clean each other's car. So one's name is Shammy, and the other's name is SpongeBob, okay? And we're telling Sammy, who's the Spurs supporter, to get his bucket out and clean the car now, right?
Is there only cash out? Can he cash out? Is he doing that?
Did he clean the wheels?
No. But is he doing inside and out?
Yeah, it's got to be inside and out.
Inside and out.
And the other thing is that the Spurs supporter gave Arsenal a 5-point lead.
That's outrageous.
My God.
Game over. Game over.
So, that's over. I mean, there's no cash out there, is there? There's no point. I just wonder whether he might just say, look, I'll do the outside, I'll buff the outside, I'll wax it, and not doing the inside for cash out now. But he's not going to do it, is he?
Oh, that Arsenal supporter needs to make as much mess inside the car as he can, Can
you imagine what stains are going to find in there when he goes to clean it?
You know why? And I know we're going to break, but you know why I think Thomas Tuchel would take the job? Because you know what it's like. Managers think they can change the club. They think they're going to be the one to bring success to Tottenham. They're going to be the manager to bring a trophy to Tottenham. Thomas Tuchel, if he goes in after Mourinho, after Conte, wins a trophy, everyone puts him right on the pedestal, puts him at the top of that list. Think he'll feel that way.
What do you think he'll go to?
If Conte left or got sacked, I think there's a real chance that he would, yeah. I'd rather Thomas Tuchel than Pochettino back.
I'm trying to put myself in Tuchel's shoes, thinking that he is right now stellar, and he's seen another stellar manager.
So one of the best of Tottenham wins a trophy. If that happened, that's what he would think as a manager. If you was a manager, you'd be confident that you could get a trophy.
You were wearing nappies the last time a Spurs won a trophy. So how many managers have thought the same thing?
7. Yeah, I was. Yeah,
we're still wearing nappies. You're still soiling yourself. Mike is a Man City fan. Mikey, good evening.
Hi, mate. Okay.
Yeah, not bad.
But first thing is, you sum Pep up perfectly tonight. That's exactly the right description of how he is. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think he's absolutely right, because we weren't magnificent or anything like that. The first half, the score was Manchester City 0, Manchester City cocking up 2. Right? The first goal, we weren't brilliant, but we played okay. We were pretty good.
Yeah.
The first goal was a gift from the goalie.
Yeah.
The second goal then was sort of unfortunate.
Rodri's got to do. He's got to be better there. He is better in that situation, but that was not great. But he was furious, wasn't he?
Yeah, we thought. I mean, we actually nicknamed Ederson "one shot, one goal," right?
Right.
Because usually there's one shot in the match and they get a goal. So he saved the header. Then he was bored because he has nothing to do, so he gave them one. Right? Then we unexpectedly got another one against us.
Yeah.
At that point, I can tell you, and honestly, don't say you don't believe me because it's true, and I've got a witness in the car.
Right.
I wrote 4-2 on my hand and started showing it everyone, and said, we're going to win this 4-2 because it's so typical of us to get that sort of ridiculous scenario. And I can tell you at half-time, it was the referee getting booed.
Tell me why, Mike. Tell me why. What?
Yeah, put it
what
to bed now. Tell us why.
What decisions did the ref get wrong?
It wasn't, and he wasn't the totally guilty one. Spurs' first half performance was very similar to the way Everton played against us, which was a lot of very early falling over, not getting up from a softish tackle, quite a lot of dirty fouls.
But I don't get why you would boo the referee for that. That happens every game. I'm not sure, Mike. I'm not sure. Everyone in the crowd was booing the ref. There may have been a bit of frustration with the ref, a little bit of frustration with the players, but I'm not having every single boo was at the ref. I'm not buying that.
Right. Well,
I'm not criticising. Yeah. I'm just saying I don't think everyone in the same state that booed.
I've not heard City fans boo the club for ages.
No. And do you know what though, Mike? You can make a very good case. I don't like it, but you can make a very good case to saying it worked.
Oh, but it wasn't that, honestly. I mean, where I was, I sit in those padded seats near the chairman, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have
the posh seats.
The
posh seats.
So you've got the sort of front toffs who don't really cheer and boo, right? They just sit there and all the sort of probably about 30 people around me, the booing was to the referee to the extent people were going forwards at half time we're 3 seats back from the level 2. Right. And people were coming up to the ref.
Right.
And there was one other thing. Edison got shouted at, not naturally, but it was like positive stuff like, sort your head out, Edison.
Well, look, listen, Mike, listen, I'll take your word for it, right? And there's nothing wrong. I mean, look, I don't like it. Booing your own team, I'm not a fan. I don't think it gets you anywhere. But do you know what? Imagine hearing that as you're walking down the road. Players don't know they're booing.
No.
That's the first time I've heard City fans boo. And if let's say it was at the referee, let's say it wasn't. Either way, Pep would have gone in and he would have given them the hairdryer.